Welcome back to Let's Play Max Payne. Now, the first part ended very abruptly because I forgot to start a timer, which I did not forget to do this time. So, at the end of the last part, we made it through Roscoe Street Station, and now we're going to head on to Chapter 2, live from the crime scene.
The rusty door led to an abandoned part of the station, closed off since the early 40s. Something big was going down at Roscoe Street. Maybe that's why Alex had wanted to meet me here. Maybe not. One way or the other, I was going to find out.
Apparently, if you use cheats, you can get a grenade, throw it in this hole, and Max will say something like, "I just waged war against the mice." And then you go a lot further on in the level and there's mice with desert eagles, which I thought was pretty... Wow, that was fast. Maybe I should stop talking about the mice and play a little better. Well, he shot his friend to get through me, so he was pretty bound and determined to get me killed. There we go. Yeah, I've played through these first few levels quite a few times, so I know the basic layout of where the bad guys are and stuff. I realized that last time I mentioned that the bullet time was not inspired by The Matrix, but I forgot to mention that it was actually inspired by Hong Kong crime films, in particular movies by John Woo. In fact, there's a part where John Woo is mentioned. I just jumped there because I just got off playing Max Payne 3, and God! It's technically my fault for not saving, but yeah. I'm bad at these Let's Plays because I start talking and I stop paying attention. But yeah, John Woo is mentioned later on in the game. He's the code word to get into a place. Save now. I apologize, this is a rotten way to start off part 2 of my Let's Play. Oh. I thought he got me there for a second. So yeah. I am really excited to do this Let's Play. But yeah, what I was gonna say earlier is I jumped beforehand because in Max Payne 3, space is to shoot dodge, and this space is to jump. So I'm starting to mix up my gameplay methods. As the gameplay for this game and the second game are pretty much exactly the same. And it's still very similar in Max Payne 3. It's just they change the control scheme a little bit so you can sprint, and then there's a cover system. Those were the rats that pulled deagles on you if you throw a grenade in that hole. It didn't work out like I hoped it would. I'm not entirely sure how that guy
The door had been welded shut ages ago and the bomb was missing a detonator.
Save again, because I always die in this next part. Oh. That was a bad move. Should not have been shoot dodging and changing weapons at the same time. That was my own fault.
The police are on their way. New York's finest. They're gonna be here soon. Just stick to the plan.
I'm an exceptional thief, Mrs. McClane. That would be a good time to use the bullet time, but I need to see someone first. close. Oh lord, now I'm gonna probably get just annihilated in this next room because my health is down to nothing. Rule 1 of Max Payne is save a lot and save soon, I guess. There's nothing worse than realizing you haven't saved when you've gotten into the heat of the game. If I do a playthrough of Max Payne 2, it's gonna be even more obnoxious because for some reason the game just flat out crashes when I try to quick save.
We come to you now live from the crime scene.
Who is this?
Right back at you.
This is Deputy Chief Jim Bravura from the NYPD. You are to cease your criminal activities and surrender immediately.
Sure thing, Jim. Me and the boys have been talking and everyone's real sorry. They'll never do it again.
Who the hell is this?
Being placed at the scene of a bank robbery wouldn't have tipped the odds in my favor.
Another Easter egg is if you do this.
Thank you.
Good old thank you from our friend Max Payne. Max Plane? No, Max Payne.
The bank robber's score lay on the table.
Other side.
The bank robbers have been after Acer Corporation bonds. The Acer success story had recently been on every channel and on the cover of every magazine.
There's a really funny joke made later on in the game that I'm not gonna spoil, but it's pretty hilarious.
The bank robbers had left their tools on the table.
It's made about the Acer
Judging by the
Corporation
detonators, the
and
crooks
a
had bought
certain
enough
real-life
explosives to send Lady
corporation.
Liberty into orbit.
Gotta love this game. Did I have to roll? No, but it's a lot of fun. And I'm gonna save now because I really don't want to have to do all that again. That's usually my problem, is I get so into the game that I just forget to save, and then I get frustrated because I have to do the same stuff over and over and over again. That was close. I'm just burning through ammo like there's no tomorrow. I'm gonna save. Actually, no, I'm not gonna save now. There's a cutscene next, and you gotta watch the cutscene all over again. If I happen to die.
Hold it! Max! Jesus, you almost gave me a heart attack! I nearly shot you!
Alex, I'm glad to see you.
What the hell's going on? There are more corpses here than at the city morgue!
It's an armed robbery. A tunnel job straight to the Roscoe Bank vault through the old station wall. Is this why? This is Lupino's gig?
This is Lupino's doing? Lupino's men? Really?
You sure know how to pick a place. Can you get through?
No, it's locked. We gotta get out of here. If it's Lupino, it's... Alex? Alex!
There was nothing I could do. He was dead. I could tell by the empty, accusing stare of his eyes.
Oh, save now. Because immediately there's guys coming after you. I swear that's like a puddle of vomit or something. I have no idea what that is. That is just what the doctor ordered. I was playing this game, like not recording it, a little while back, and I must be doing like much worse because I was having like 7 painkillers in reserve at a time. That was bound to happen. Sorry that you're gonna have to see a lot of the same stuff over and over again. This is the second chapter of the whole game. This is gonna be a great Let's Play, I can tell. Yeah. That was too close. I'm gonna be quiet now because because I want to concentrate a little bit. There we go. Alright. Still doing pretty good at the time. We might be able to get into chapter 3 now, if I'm not mistaken. Wow, why even give you the option if the gate's already open? I don't get it. This is missing persons. I assume they're probably some of the developers on the Remedy staff.
Alex had kept me relatively sane for the past 3 years. Now I didn't know how I felt. Somehow he had stumbled upon something big and ended up stepping on Jack Lupino's toes.
Yep, chapter 3, playing at Bogart. A lot of old references in this game.
Lupino ran his racket of sex, drugs, and contract killings from a sleazy hotel in a slum block of tenements. The NYPD was closing in. I could hear the sirens. Their wail was a crescendo. Lupino thought he could get us by taking Alex out and leaving me to take the fall for it. All he had gotten was my attention. I went for the hotel first. It was a sad old thing with flickering lamps and faded colors, cheap mobster punks and tired-eyed prostitutes. I walked straight in, playing at Bogart, like I'd done 100 times before. The place was run by a couple of murdering mobsters with shark smiles. The Finito brothers.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the pain in the butt. Pain to the max.
You're killing me. Did you make that up yourselves, or you get some wino downstairs to come up with it? Don't answer that. A rhetorical question. I got something for the boss. Lupino around?
That kind of depends on who's asking. A friend or a junk squad plan. Don't answer. It's one of them, how do you put it, rhetorical questions. Lupino ain't here, but he said bye.
Lupino wasn't in his cheap hotel. Instead, I ran into the Finito brothers. My cover had been blown. The door slammed shut behind me. And then I was dodging bullets like raindrops.
James McCaffrey's voice work seems even just like so exceptionally monotone because everyone else in this game is like so over the top. Like very Italian, Brooklyn, New York accent. Just can't constantly do a Joe Pesci voice and play a game at the same time, apparently. I'm gonna stay quiet and try to. Oh my god!
A letter on the desk caught my eye.
Almost out of ammo again in my breast. Well, I'm almost out of time, so I'm going to call it apart now. I'm going to keep recording though, so thank you all for tuning in to my playthrough of Max Payne, and we'll see you in the next part.